Hello everybody, welcome again to our channel, your channel, Trucking with Mr. Coach. My name is Danny Cordero. I'm here at a rest area somewhere in the West. Today's video, it's gonna be about picking a company, what training company to go to. I've get a lot of emails of people and questioning me which school, which company should I go to? Should I go to Prime? Should I go to Stevens, Crete, Swift, Werner, so on and so forth? So here I am to kind of give you a little bit of, I want to give you a little bit of of my opinion when it comes to this subject. To me, I'm a firm believer that the most important thing is to get started. Get started is the most important thing, because what happens is sometimes we take too long debating and researching what company we're gonna go to, and that it's something that only you could answer that, because it depends what you're looking for. What type of company you're looking for, what type of training you're looking for, what type of pay. There is a lot of experts on this subject, and I say it, when I say this, take it with a grain of salt. Really, how much of an expert are you on this subject when in your, when it was your time to pick a job or a company? I don't think you were a job hopper from the beginning. I don't think you were in 5 different companies. There might be a guy here and there that may start, let's say, at a company X, and things didn't work out, and then end up leaving and going to another company right away, and that one works. So then that guy really knows about 2 companies. He doesn't know about 5 companies. It's hearsay after that, because you didn't experience it. Me, myself, I went to Stevens Transport. So I could talk about what Stevens Transport is somewhat my experience, because my experience is not the same as everybody else's experience. Somebody that went to Prime, they can only talk about Prime. They can't really talk about Stevens. They weren't there, or they weren't at Werner, or they weren't at Swift, or CRST, or Crete. I'm just giving you an example. So when it comes to picking a company, you have to do your homework. You have to do the research and find out exactly where to go, what company to go to, and things like that, and what works for you. For me, I knew Stevens were not one of the top paying companies, but I didn't care, because what I was looking for from Stevens was training. So when it came to training, the 2 companies, after months and months of me doing homework, the 2 companies that I was down to were Stevens and Prime, and not in any particular order, but it was the last 2. And I chose to go to Stevens because I felt that Stevens gave me a solid training, as good as the one, Prime's offer, and their training was not as long. That was my opinion. That was what I discovered when I was doing my research. So after going there, I got what I was looking for. I got good training, and the pay was what I researched. They didn't tell me one pay, and then when I got there, it changed. There was no surprises there. Hotels and where you're staying when you go to these training companies, they're pretty much all the same. They're not hotels, they're pretty much motels. Hello, it's truckers that are going there. When you think of truckers, for the most part, what you think of? You're not thinking the cleanest, most fit guys that there is in the world. I'm sorry to criticize my own industry, but it's the truth. So when you go to these hotels, motels, that's what they are. They're hotels, motels. But again, you're not there to be at the beach, to be at the pool. You're there for a job interview. That basically is a job interview. So I didn't care what the conditions of the hotel was. As long as I could sleep, there was no bed bugs. I was only there to sleep. I spent most of the day at the yard anyway. Even when the school was over, I stayed at the yard, talking to people, asking questions. Maybe I could run into veterans or people that have been doing it for a while and ask them questions. To me, it was a perfect opportunity to ask that. You see all these companies, potential drivers that come in, and they get thrown out of, even before they get into a truck, they get thrown out of the company because they do stupid shit. They go in there to hang out, to befriend people, to look for friends, to hang out, to drink. That's just stupid. That's an interview. I came in to Stevens with my driver's license. So to me, I looked at the orientation period as an interview. It was part of the interview. If I did something stupid, shit. I mean, Steven, with all the rights, they could have fired me. They could have fired my butt right there and then because I was dumb enough to do something stupid. You're not there to hang out. You're there to do your orientation, which is it is on an interview. It's just an elongated interview. Okay, trying to show you different angles. So again, it's not what company you choose. It's making the decision to come out here. If you already decided to come out here, make a decision, pick a company, and go to it, and do what the best you can. If it doesn't work out, you could leave. You didn't sign a contract with the devil. You could leave, even if they pay for your school, because this is another thing that people mistake. Oh, but such and such, let's say it's Stevens, they pay for your school, or Prime, they pay for your school. You could leave, even though you sign a contract with them. The only thing is that you have to pay for your school. So if I went to company X and they pay for my school and I leave and I know now that I owe them money because I left, my job is to make sure that I pay the tuition. Come to an agreement with that company and make your payments and pay your school. It's not going to be reported on your taxes, on your credit, and you will not get into any kind of problem because you're paying for what the contract is, unless the contract stipulate that you cannot work for another company. I know, like CRST, when you sign a contract with them, because I know they just won a lawsuit versus Swift because some of the drivers from CRST were living to, I guess, Swift, and they proved it, and and they breached the contract. But that lawsuit was against the company and not necessarily the driver. So just make sure you read your contract. But again, get started is the most important thing. Which company don't really matter. Don't really matter. Once you start and you gain your experiences, all the open doors will open. All the doors will open. You get so many doors opening up that you won't even notice. When I was going to school, I felt like a teenager being recruited to go to colleges, because as I was doing my training in the school that I went to, Roadmaster, they they start putting applications for you with the different companies, and I got so many letters of acceptance and higher letters from so many different companies that I felt like a teenager when it's getting recruited to go to a particular school. So, pick a job, and just get started. Get started, because a lot of the stuff is the fear is what makes you keep going back and asking questions. It is called procrastination, which is lack of, preparation. If you prepare yourself, if you do your homework, then there should be no procrastination, no hesitation. You're going to make a decision. So I hope this video helped when it comes to that, and clear some of the people that are asking me about this. Please check us out, because I will be making another video probably with the same clothes about what company or which CDL school to go to, and I'll give you details on that. Please share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Comment, like, dislike, but help us out. From now on, I will add on something else to my saying. I usually say, oh yeah, at the end of my video, sky's the limit, oh yeah. I will also say this, and it's from the late Cal Ripken Sr. To hustle, it takes no skills. Or hustling takes no skills. You could be the slowest guy the dumbest guys, the fastest guy, the tallest, shortest, it don't really matter. It takes no skill to hustle. You just gotta be a hustler. So it takes no skills to hustle. The sky's the limit. Oh yeah. Here's a little extra footage. This is at a rest stop, just to show you what the things that you might find at these rest stops. Yeah. You got a little picnic table. Okay. You got your barbecue grill, which again, it's open to the public. So hope you like it. Bye.